In the British parliamentary elections of May the 5th, 2010, the three major parties all had different leaders from the ones they had had in 2005. The Conservatives had David Cameron, the Labourites had the incumbent Prime Minister Gordon Brown, and the Liberal Democrats had Nick Clegg. There was a widespread cynicism in the electorate in the sense that quite many voters didn't think that there was much to choose from, especially between the two main political parties' leaders. I still remember a cynical cartoon, albeit a funny one, on the cover of The Economist, an international business magazine which is published in Britain. And in this cartoon, there was Gordon Brown, the devil they know, then David Cameron, the devil they don't know, and then Nick Clegg, who the devil. For the first time, the major political parties' leaders faced each other in a televised debate. Then there was that controversial and humiliating occasion during the election campaign when Gordon Brown talked with an aged female voter who had been voting for Labour and who was asking, for example, about social security and about the immigration of many Eastern Europeans, such as Poles, to Britain. Gordon Brown answered the voter politely, but he forgot to turn off his microphone when he went back inside his limousine, and then he started his private comments. That was a disaster about the interview or conversation he had with the female voter. Whose idea was that, and so forth. And he then had to publicly apologize for his remarks, probably on radio. The aged woman said that she would no longer be voting for Labour in that election. So while the Conservatives were able to win the election overall, they failed to win an overall majority. So the public disillusionment and fatigue with the Labourites hadn't become strong enough to result in a Conservative majority. The voter turnout again increased somewhat, this time to 65.1%. The Conservatives managed to win 306 seats with 36.1% of the vote, or 10,704,000 votes. The Labourites dropped sharply to 29% of the votes and 258 seats, while the Liberal Democrats rose to 23% of the vote but fell to 57 seats. David Cameron and Nick Clegg managed or decided to form an uncharacteristically an un-British style coalition of the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats.